When Kumaraja came to you with the script, or was it a script? Was it a narration? How was this offered to you? I know. Yeah. Let's start with that.
Okay, my English is very bad. Please try to understand. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Actually, I was beginning Kumaraja for I hope almost 3-4 years because he was a very close friend of Balaji Daridhar. I know you hope you know Balaji Daridhar.
Yes.
Okay. So I was keep on nagging Balaji to introduce Kumaraja, at least to act with him, act in his movie at least only one scene. Okay. And then finally he came to my office and for something else, for his friend's movie recommendation. Correct, Anasha? And okay. That time he, by accidentally he narrated the script. I mean my portion only.
Accidentally?
It was by accident only. Yeah, I'm right. That is how my English is, so please understand. So, it happened accidentally, but I love the script. But immediately I said okay. But,
hey, come on, don't be like that, yeah? I am doing this interview now. We are sitting in Australia, at least some people don't understand Australia.
No. Tamil Valga, Tamil Venga, but Anna Maria. So it happened, and I said immediately, okay, sir, please give me the chance that I'll work in this movie. But he said, no, you are a hero, that you take 1 week time at least. I said, no need time, please give me a chance. So I don't need time, so please give it to me. And then he said, no problem, but you take your time, don't take a decision, Haribari. I said, no, I'm cool, I'm relaxed, and give me this chance, because it was well written, and then I don't want to miss the chance. I don't know whether I could justify this character or not, I don't know anything, but I have a full confidence on Kumaraja that he could take it from me. So, okay. So that's how it happened for me.
Okay.
And then I had given up hopes. I was like, okay, I'm not going to be part of this movie, especially because Vijay was a part of it. So we've done a lot of movies together.
Yeah.
So when filmmakers have good scripts, it almost becomes like they have to choose either Vijay or me. They don't want us to
repeat the pairing.
Yeah, they don't want us together again. So when he was on board, I had decided, okay, this is gone. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'd given up on it, and then I think he shot different portions, and finally it came back around to me. And then he offered me this role, and just like how he did with him, he told me, listen, this is a role of a mother. I know you haven't played that, and once you do it, you will be categorized as, and you'll be put in a box where you'll be offered only those kind of roles. You might lose out on, your usual love routine stories. So take your time, think about it, and if you don't like it, you can say no. You're always welcome to say no. I'm like, here's a national winning award director who's given me this amazing story. It is so novel. I don't know if I will ever get another chance in my lifetime to explore these emotions of a character who's in such a unique position in her life. And I'm like, what is this guy even saying? He's like, no, take your time, think about it. You can say no if you don't like it. You can be honest, like be truthful. I won't mind. I won't feel bad and all. I'm like, okay, if you say so. And then, but I did think about it. I spoke to my dad, and I was like, listen, here's one opportunity for me to do something I've never done before, and probably I'll never get the chance to do again. And versus me losing out on certain kind of movies. My dad is like, I feel like this choice is very easy. You're an actor, you're not a heroine. So pick what you're going to do. And that's how this movie happened.
So your dad pretty much decided for you?
Yes, he did.
I want to ask you the obvious question. How did you think, and how and when did you think of Vijay to play that part of Manikam, which is just, or Shilpa, which is, I mean, that would not be obvious casting from by any stretch of imagination.
like he said, I had the script I was writing, and I met him to request him to play another character in another film that I was planning to produce. And he said, like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just not doing much, I'm just writing something. And he said, like, can I be part of that? I said, I don't know, it's not much, like, it's not a full-fledged hero or anything like that. But if you're interested, then I can give you one character that is interesting, but I don't know if you want to play it. So then I narrated the story to him, and then he just...
I believe he said instantly yes, and then you told him, he went back and just spoke to his wife and came back?
Yeah, I think
I said, I decided by myself only. Hope you know the power of wife, okay? But still, by profession, I take my decision. The script was so exciting. Okay. Thanks, teacher. So I couldn't control. So the same day I went about 2 o'clock. Normally I go home by 2 o'clock, 1:30 only. That time I was narrating the script, and she was also so excited. Don't leave it, don't leave it. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. But may I just say, this is a, I cover, my job is to cover the Hindi film industry. I cannot think of a male actor who would do this part and who would do it with so much grace, without any inhibition, with the courage. With the courage that he did. So much dignity, so beautifully done. Were you always confident that he'd pull it off exactly the way that it needed to be?
Yeah. We all believe in Vijay, so...
Actually, what happened? No, 2016 we started. Sir, and the kada solo. Shall I tell the story?
Please tell.
2016 we started the shoot, and we shot for 1 week, I think so. That time, in some problem, so we stopped the shoot.
Because he said, I forgot filmmaking.
Okay.
You forgot filmmaking?
Yeah.
You made Aranyakandam 8 years ago.
I completely forgot how to shoot.
I was also couldn't justify the role that time. I was not in the conference, so but he take the blame on himself only. But it is my fault also. But on fine evening, I think so, he took me for a round, and then he stopped the place where I used to go for walking, and I was keep on telling myself that I'm a good actor. When I was trying a junior artist, same part, he took me there, and then he was telling that we have some issues with the financial problem, and then we are stopping the shoot. I was keep on asking, sir, please tell me, is it because of me? Am I not okay? Or if there is any problem with me, please tell me, I'll take it. I hope I can understand, I have a sense I can understand, please. If you're throwing me out also, please tell me, sir. If you're looking for some other option. Right? If you're looking for some other option also, please tell me, sir, I can take it. No, Vijay, it is because of the side. And then he put the blame on himself, and then a kid who acted as my kid also, we changed him, and my wife also we changed. So there are so many problems. So he said, okay, don't worry, that if I do it again, and you'll be doing the same, Shilpa. So there is no change. Then only relax.
And how remarkably he plays. I don't want to give away too much, so I feel it impossible not to. And I want to ask you, when you were playing this part, were you playing Manikam, who has become Shilpa, or were you playing Shilpa? What was the approach to playing this part?
I normally believe that the characters, whatever I'm doing, it's already existing.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm transforming from Vijay Sethupathi into character.
Right.
I believe I am Shilpa. So,
but Shilpa herself is a new person.
Yeah, but I'm giving her character, right?
Right.
So how I'm giving character to Vijay Sethupathi.
Right.
This is not the way I want. I was a very shy guy, so I created myself. Correct on what the other? It may be too much, right? That's created in the okay. So Shilpa means we have to design Shilpa, then we have to give the character. And the main nuances I got is from Madhi, that how females stand and how they walk. So from where I got Shilpa and me. Then I learned so much from Shilpa. Normally, I approach a character with what all I gain or what all I know.
Right.
I approach a character. This time, I put myself on a silent mode, and then on a silent mode, and I started listening from Shilpa. She was teaching me so much. Hey, idiot, listen to me. I have a lot of things to tell you. That just listen to me. So I was listening to Shilpa. It was a fantastic idea, and fantastic idea or a lesson I learned from Shilpa. And thereafter, I started asking my characters what all they feel, my characters feel, and where they live, and whom they have a relationship, and what they wanted to decide, and where they wanted to go. So I started listening from characters.
Okay.
So I kept myself silent. It happened. Actually, it happened. So this is how I approached Shilpa.
That's beautiful. Then you started listening to her actually. Gayatri, what was it like again getting into Jyoti's head? Because she's in a very odd place. She's in a very strange position for a woman to accept that and to first come to terms with that, because it's a discovery just as the rest of the family has discovered it. What did that require? How did you prepare to be convincing as that character, as someone who lives with that choice or who's sort of coming to terms with that choice?
Firstly, it was scary for me because I have heard so much about Kumar Raja as a director on set. He's a perfectionist.
No, I heard all the takes. I will come to that.
She's true.
True till I'm told.
Yeah, he is not going to stop until he gets what he wants.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you've given it your all and you're going to die. He's like, you still have that 1%. No, give me what I want. So I was like, and then there's Vijay Sethupathi who's going to be playing a transgender.
Yeah.
I'm up against this and I hardly have any dialogues. So it was always in my mind that I only have this much of space, and if I don't do something to be noticed, I can be overlooked very easily.
Correct.
So that was always in my mind, and I think because of that I started asking him questions about Jyoti. I would keep like pestering him. I'm like, so is Jyoti like this? Is Jyoti like that? And she's living with her in-laws and her son. Is she a pessimist? Is she an optimist? Is she a realist? Like, I had an entire range of questions and he would very patiently answer those for me. And I have not prepared so much for a character. He's very meticulous when it comes to preparation. He has voice notes that he records of your scene and how he wants it to be, how he imagines it. So when you listen to that voice note itself, you know what the energy of the scene is going to be.
Morning 4:35, you get the voice note.
Yeah. So we did 3 readings and then I had the voice note, and then even if he's already sent you the voice note, the previous day of shoot you will get the voice note again. Like underlining like, please revise. So I was like, okay fine, I cannot just waltz into this set and do whatever. I have to be prepared. So yeah, I think I was just psyched. And I don't know, whatever happened on set just happened organically.
Right. Did it help to have each other, as colleagues who have worked together several times, to be figuring out these characters
I have
together?
to say this about Vijay. When you're doing over-the-shoulder shots, or maybe just a close-up of me, he doesn't really need to be there. He doesn't need to emote as much, but he will do it because he understands that acting is more reacting than acting itself. So he will do things for me to react. Right. He's the best co-star to have, actually.
Why 8 years? Why did it take 8 years after?
Nalla Kelly sir.
Why 8 years?
So, जोर से पूछना.
He can actually speak Hindi, so you should ask him in Hindi.
Okay.
Now, first thing, I'm super lazy. First thing.
You call yourself a slacker. You said you're a slacker,
I am.
but that can't be the only reason. I mean, 8 years after that kind of acclaimed, successful film that people loved.
Yes.
I mean, that is a drug, no? Even that is a drug, no?
I don't know, but that film was accepted by people eventually, was not taken instantly. Yeah. So that was the first reason. Second, I had a bigger film in mind. It took about 2.5 years to crack that script, and it was very challenging, and I thought that's what I should be doing. And it took about 2.5 years to finish that. Then I ran around for 1.5 years to mount the project, couldn't do that. Then I said, okay, forget this. I should just go and make a film where I don't need anybody. And that's why I wrote this one. In fact, that's why I did not approach any actors. That's why he was the one who said, let me just be part of this film, and then it became whatever it has become now. But initially I thought I'll just write this film, cast random people, shoot it myself without DOPs, and just make it like one really, really small film.
Soderbergh-esque.
Yeah, that was the intention. So that again took about 6 months to write and other things, and then about 1.5 years to mount the project with all the actors. See, he agreed instantly, but to cast other people again,
I mean, from what started out as a small indie, it ended up having some of the finest actors actually.
Yeah, I was just plain lucky. So.
Also, what's the this is something I like to hear from filmmakers, especially when you're writing something that's so wildly original. I mean, this is the thing about this film is just how absolutely madly original it is. Are you conscious while you're writing, while you're making of, are you second guessing whether it's going to translate, whether it's going to, whether people are going to enjoy it? Is it going to be accessible? Are they going to be able to get it? Are they going to be able to get into it? Or is that not of your concern? Or do you just tell the story that you want to tell, make the story that you want to make?
See, when I'm writing, I'm also the audience.
Right.
So I would like to know if I get excited as an audience.
Right.
And I'm quite picky about films and things that excite me. So if it excites me, I think it might excite people. And it's worked out to some extent.
Right. And now should we talk about your David Fincher obsession with what 80 takes? How many?
Maybe 80, 100. Maybe 80, 100. Maybe 80, 100. 100 million, sir.
The matchstick lighting one, it went over 100.
So is it a pursuit of perfection?
Or torturing an artist? Just at least you could ask, right? Because I need another movie chance. You don't need it.
But do you worry about the spontaneity and just exhausting them? Do they get exhausted? Or do you just have very high expectations?
Yes, I expect a lot from my actors, and they deliver eventually. So it's not over expectation. I know that they can deliver, and I'm just pushing them to do that. That's first. Second, I don't worry so much about the spontaneity because the spontaneity is there in the script. So you don't have to worry about performance. If they perform it right, the spontaneity will naturally be there on the scene. Third is, I want the film to feel like a dance. So everybody should be in that position at that time for it to click at the right moments. And so when the character comes in, the other character should enter, and one sits, the other one stands up. It's like that's the choreography. So if they don't get it right, it will look very awkward on screen. So I wouldn't want that to happen. Yeah.
But for y'all, I mean, when it is 80 takes, how do you summon up that enthusiasm, that spontaneity, that level of performance? How do you hit that mark every time when you're doing it 80 times?
It's because we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. And then we know this director very well. And then he's not trying to show himself as a perfectionist. He just wanted, which is good for the script. And then usually when we were shooting in 2016, that time normally I go for 10 takes maximum was 10-15 takes. I usually calculate if I'm a good actor means I should do it in a one take or a second take, third take, because I always read the director and the script. Because I have a sense, I read people who are in it, that is my practice dream for so many years. So I believe that I'm a good actor, so I can do it in a 1 or 2 takes. Normally I used to have that attitude in my mind. Actually what happened when I come to Kumaraja said, one day I decided no, I should shut my mind, and then I shouldn't expect anything, say about that I'll finish in 5 takes, 6 takes, 7 takes. Because once it's crossed 4, 5 takes, no, I lose my confidence.
It goes into days.
Yeah.
No.
One take? I mean, one scene?
Yeah, we've shot.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
shot for 2-3 days.
Tough man to
One day,
please.
no, I'll tell you, that was my wedding anniversary. On the wedding anniversary, my wife came in the afternoon with my daughter, and then he said, "You have only 3 shots, so I'll leave you in 2 hours." It went till 5 o'clock. The neighborhood house, they made some chicken gravy. It was so yummy. Seriously, I didn't have my lunch. He knows that. So I asked him to bring some gravy in the cup. We had it there in the caravan itself. That's all our wedding anniversary. It's over. It's true. You know, it's true only.
Well, I know you're now working with Amir Khan, and apparently he also likes many takes.
So
Good luck.
I had a very good experience. So
Right. You have prepared him well for his Bollywood adventures.
no,
That's
actually, no, let me complete this one. So, see, actors, after this Shilpa, what I did is, I should keep myself silent if I go to set. I should do n number of takes till the director gets satisfied. Keep that brilliancy because yeah, I did the previous movie well means that it doesn't mean that I can do all the movies same way. So I should keep myself silent. I should cooperate with my director, and then we should discuss and work. And it is for the work, not for the image, not for the actor, not for the time. It's only for the work because that stays for long.
Actually, for you, how do you stay in the moment when you're doing it so many times?
I think it's like running a marathon. After a point, you just have to surrender, and then it kind of takes over. But I think fortunately I didn't have too many takes with him. Not too many retakes.
But too many in his book is 25 or something, right?
No, I don't think. Yeah. There was one shot that we did like more than 100 retakes, and I just happened to be there, so doing the same thing again and again, like 100 times. After a point, like, so it was a big group, and everyone around is like, oh, what's happening and all. I'm like, guys, calm down, it's okay. You know, we're all working towards the scene, it's fine. And I have to keep bending for this one, and I'm bending after like 50 takes. I'm like, okay, I just lectured them about it, so no, I can't stand there and, you know, grumble about this. So yeah, I had to, the 100 takes I had.
He need at least 5 to 6 good takes for a shot.
For sure.
5 to 6 good, at least minimum 5 to 6 good takes.
So
is that it? You need
Yeah, sometimes what happens is you stitch 2 shots together.
Right.
So, you know, yeah. So.
oh yeah. So he was like, you're an actor, right? You're coming there to act. So act till I'm satisfied. What does it matter if it's 2 takes or 100?
He gave one explanation to an actor, the previous movie. I'll tell that. Sir, translate, sir. Okay. நீங்க பரோட்டா மாஸ்டர், நான் பரோட்டா சாப்பிட வந்திருக்கேன். நான் பரோட்டா நான் கேட்குற அளவுக்கு பரோட்டா போடுறதுதான் உங்க வேலை. பரோட்டா சுடுங்கன்ற.
I love the analogy of roti and acting.
Sir, please translate for everybody, please.
Sorry. So do you want to say?
Yeah. He said he's a Baroda master, like roti master. And
actor is a roti master.
Actor. The actor is
customer,
a roti master.
okay.
So he's the customer who come to eat roti. So how many times I asked roti, it's your job to make the roti and give it to me.
Swanaja, you said that you start all your scripts from the climax. You write the climax first and then go back to where it starts from.
No, I only write climaxes. There is no first act, second act. For me, it's only a climax.
That's all that there is.
Yeah. Any movie that's, I mean, I've only written 2 movies, so both of films, it's only the third act. There's no first act and second act.
That is in the head.
No, that's there in the film. That's what there is in the film.
Right. You'll see it as sure.
Yeah, there's only the third act.
How is that? How did you develop that approach?
It's a very, started off with a very silly process. Like generally, when you hear people say that, oh, that's the film is boring. The second half is better.
Right.
And they'll say the climax works, but the rest of the parts are not like working. So I said, why write all those things? Let's just go to the point and just finish the film. So the idea is to write only the third act. The rest is anyway, people know by seeing whatever is happening, they can always
you write it yourself, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So yeah, that's how it works. So I only write the third acts.
Which of the tracks did you enjoy most? I suppose you have to say this one now. They're sitting here.
No, I genuinely liked everything.
Right.
And the character I loved most while writing was Berlin. Like I simply loved that character. For me, that's the most favorite character. Yeah, that's sorry.
Berlin, okay.
Well, he's an evil man. Yeah. And that scene is very, very.
No,
powerful.
after the shot also, he was keep on touching my hip. Yes. It happened in the set. He was very close friend of mine for past 10 years, okay. He never behaved like that.
Put you in a sari and then the hand starts moving.
No, after he said okay also, hey Vijay, it is so nice here. Yeah, okay.
But what were you, what?
Sorry. Wait, let first you.
Yes, we will. Okay, 5 more minutes of my questions and then we'll come to you. Yeah. How did you judge? I mean, do you leave it to him purely to judge your performance, or are you also when you're playing Shilpa? How did you know you were playing that correctly? That you were on the right track?
No, I won't go. Not only Shilpa, any movie I won't go and watch monitor. I think I stopped about 3-4 years before because I couldn't judge myself. I hate to see my face. Seriously, I can't see my expressions because I can't judge it, and then I lose my confidence. So I won't go and see the monitor until my director forces me to watch it.
But
if I feel inside,
yeah,
because I ask myself, it should be come from here, not from here. I can't copy the expressions.
Right.
That never ever comes to me. So I should feel inside, and I will try to build the backstories of my characters, and I will try to imagine. Say, if you ask about my home, my wife, they will come real, because it's real, right? Where is my home? My hall, my bedroom, everything will come in mind.
Right.
Same way, whatever characters I do, I create my own imaginations for them, my own backstories for them. Whether it is there in the scene or not, but I create on my own. So to just give a life to that scene. So then I feel inside. It should come from here, okay? Even if my director say okay also, if I don't feel inside, I'll tell them, sir, I didn't feel it. Let me go for one more take. So, but Kumar Raja, if it is okay also, you need at least 5 to 6 good takes. So and then I had a strong feel. Because if I'm not doing good, he will simply come and say on my face, you are not fit for the character, please get out from my set, he will say. So, because I have a confidence that audience can never ever tease me or criticize me for this character. So, because I had a full confidence on Kumar Raja, that's all.
You said You said that between the first and second schedule, when he came back to shoot with you, you found that there was a difference. He was much more feminine the second time round. Did you all figure out how that happened? I mean, had he been thinking about the character?
I think he figured it out himself. And he had spoken to my co-producer, Mati, and she was also the costume designer. And I think they had a discussion and he figured out how to be
And feminism is addictive, no? So addictive that you degrade yourself from the head to toe, no? It is. So first day it was very boring because I had to sit in front of the mirror for 1.5 to 2 hours, okay?
Right.
Then I started enjoying myself, my game. It's seriously.
That is so wonderful to hear. You know how wonderful that is to just hear?
It is so addictive that every woman is like a queen, okay?
Yeah.
Decorate themselves. They decorate. It is like a princess. They celebrate appearance, the physique. So it's like I have to stand like this, and then straight like, oh my god, and then like this. So it was so addictive. It's good that we finished the shoot in 20 days, I think. So 22 days. I hope so. 20 days.
Wow.
If it is for 6 months, think about this.
Gachi, what was it like to watch him the first time? I mean, when he walked onto set as Shilpa?
My jaw dropped. My jaw dropped, and I worked on so many movies with him, and this time I'm like, he looks so good. He looks. I couldn't stop saying it. I'm calling Kumar. I'm like, he looks so beautiful. I'm calling the cameraman. I'm like, doesn't he look so beautiful? And then finally I'm like, Vijay Garu, you look so beautiful. And I think we took some pictures together, and I told him.
First day itself.
And I told him it's bringing out this chichora in me. I feel like leching at him. I don't know what it is.
Tables have turned.
Gayatri, Mikey.
He looked really nice, yeah.
Was it a validation when you won? I mean, when, you know, with all the acclaim, with all the accolades. Of course, you were best actor you won best actor at our festival here. Was that a big sort of validation, or when the responses started coming in, that this was a great performance? Did that feel?
Nothing. I'm just enjoying it, and nothing. I'm happy that I did this movie. I'm happy that I'm coming here. It's all because of the Shilpa. The great thing is, I learned so much from Shilpa. That's what I keep on telling Maharaja. I learned so much lessons from Shilpa that it gives me a confidence. Because after the movie, I started working with Rajini sir, Maniratnam sir. Then I did one movie as a 8 years old man. That everything happened after because of Shilpa. I got a confidence. I told him clearly, not on the stage. I told him clearly.
Wonderful.
It gave so much of confidence that as an actor, I can is born because of Shilpa.
Right.
So it's born between me and Shilpa.
Oh, it's the role that changed. Can we very quickly talk about that little boy Rasukutti, who's so amazing? The character. That's the other thing about this film, and this track, which I thought was beautiful. That this is Shilpa is this character who is judged by everybody in this film, in that situation, except that little boy who has just accepted her as his father and is taking her to school. It's just so beautiful, and that boy is absolutely stunning. Is he a first-time actor? Is he someone who's done a bit of acting?
Supreme is his first film, but I think he was there in some television show, like Little Superstar or something. I just happened to watch him on Twitter. Somebody just forwarded something, and I was just browsing Twitter and I just saw him. I thought this guy was right, and I just asked him to contact him, asked him to come over. And he's a sweetheart. He's like he's as professional as any of these actors.
Wow.
He is extremely professional. He knows all his lines.
If he misses the dialogue, no, he says, "What, Rasukutti?" He says, "Okay, we'll go for one more." He says. He's so professional.
And you won't believe it, he's so in tune with Kumar Raja that when we're shooting, he might not be part of that scene. So we're shooting inside that house, somebody else is close up, and he's being this kid. He brought his toy car and he's driving it around the house, and he's saying action and he says cut, and he's not watching this. But just from the sound of his cut, he's like, one more. He says he knows when he wants a one more.
One more thing I wanted to say. The scene where he fights with his classmates in school. He choreographed that fight. He said, "I'll do this fight. I'll let him do it."
And you know, it's done it feels very real. It's what little kids fight. It's not filmy. It feels very real.
Yeah, because he said, "Oh, you stand there. I'll stand here. I'll bounce on you. Then we'll start rolling." I said, "Okay, please go ahead."
Sir, tell the other scene also, sir. What he was doing on the set. He was doing on the set, okay. He was doing a shooting, like how Kumar is doing. That those two guys were standing there, and then he was say action, cut, one more. He never say okay. He didn't say okay. He knows it.
He learned well.
He learned from Kumar. He didn't say okay. It's keep on happening 5-6 times. Action, cut, one more. Action, cut, one more.
Before I hand it over to them, because I'm going to get into a lot of trouble if they don't get enough questions. How do you? Are you satisfied with the response to this film? Were you what was really your hope from the way that people would respond and the way that they did respond?
See, it's a very, as you know, it's a very strongly flavored film.
Yes.
So you either hate it or you like it. Like it's like the extreme. Like you either like it so much or you hate it. Like you just can't stand the film. So it's
There
going to be.
are people who hated it?
Yes, of course. There are a lot of people who hate the film. So I was expecting that to happen.
Extreme reaction.
Yes, but like a gambler would do, you would still feel that they might like it. Like it'll just probably become like the biggest hit, and it was not. So it's
Right. Were you all happy with the reaction? Were you happy with the response to the film from the fans, from
Yeah,
audiences?
we are happy. At the same time, there are so much haters for the film also, and then we couldn't explain them because they are totally on the opposite side. So we couldn't explain. But we had a good feel that we tried to say something good,
Yeah.
not against anybody, and we don't want. Kumaraja is a person that he don't want to hurt anybody.
Right.
He gives space to everybody.
No, and that track ends so beautifully. I mean, I don't want to give away because some of them haven't seen it, but it is such a beautiful
But there are
culmination.
those like the way he said, those who didn't like the movie, they can't even enjoy in one shot also.
Right.
Actually. But still, we try to give a good, good film that
Yeah.
it happens. And we can't expect everybody to like our film, right? So it's a lesson.
Right.
That's also a lesson.
It's just such a brave, incredible film. It's beautifully original and so rare to find really. And you know, again, I compare it to Bollywood, and there's just nothing just so strongly original, vibrantly original. Okay. Nobody's abusing me now. Nah, it is not in my hands, but okay. Okay, the gentleman in the front row.
Sir, my question is to director. The way you given the details in the movie is like amazing. I was amazed by the way like you given the details in each and every scenes. There's a particular scene I wanted to ask like where like Shilpa loses her son and then she'll be looking in the alleyway, and where like once she crosses a wall there will be a wordings like magic events turn into real life magic events. So what you wanted to say to audience, like I didn't get that actually.
It's okay not to get it.
What do you want? Like it's kind of a fantasy moment. Like this actually, like it's not like a different shot. It's the same shot. Like once he moves from there, like it changes.
It just appears magically.
Yeah, it appears magically.
Yeah, it's just
So
magic.
what do you wanted to convey to that scene?
I'm saying that, see, there are a lot of things that happen in life that we don't understand. So it is okay to not understand. That's first point. Second point is that there is a magician, real life magician creating magic somewhere in that world. That's all. You will eventually see him
So,
somewhere, I don't know.
Do you want to, I mean, consider it as a fantasy element in everything, is it? Like, because like, we can see aliens as well,
Yeah.
and then all the elements, so, no.
See, Super Deluxe is like, as the film says, like in the advertisements inside the film that says life is super deluxe. So the film is about life. So you will see a lot of things that you see in life inside the film. Things that you understand, things that you don't understand, things that you like, you don't like. Everything's there inside.
Okay, my question is like, I finish it. Was it purposefully done it on the set or like you added after the shot?
How different would that be? No, I'm not trying to argue, but I genuinely asking you. It won't matter whether you put it during the shoot or after the shoot. It's there inside the film before it gets released. That's
Correct. Okay. Now we have to give up. There's a chance. Okay, the gentleman in the back here. Yes, in the jacket.
Hello. Setona, firstly, love you.
I love you.
I just got one question and one request. So the question is basically to Setona. So to do this character, did you do any homework basically to get into Shilpa as a character?
No, I didn't do any homework. While doing makeup itself is a homework actually. So it takes 2 hours time. And then I try to walk like a Shilpa, like a female, not like I try to walk like a female. That too after the shoot started only, so I didn't do any homework.
Setu sir, one demo.
One request kuda irukku.
Yeah? Huh?
Demo, please.
Demo. I don't know whether how it will come. Let me try. லிகமெண்ட் இருக்கு I don't know.
நல்ல இடுப்பாட்டி.
என்னால முடிவு எடுக்க நினைக்கிறேன்.
ரொம்ப நல்லா சமைப்பேன். எங்க வீட்டுக்கு சாப்பிட்டு வரீங்களா?
நானும் ரொம்ப நல்லா சாப்பிடுவேன். டைம் இல்லை. நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் வரும்போது கொஞ்சம் சத்தமா பேசுங்க.
எனக்கு வார்த்தை வரல. My question is for Gayatri. You're a beautiful example for the growth of an actor and the way you come into the industry. We've watched you from your early movies, Ponmalai to Rummy to now the phenomenal performance you delivered with Super Deluxe. As a woman in the industry, what would you like to see change for the better? Good question. For starters, bigger paychecks maybe.
நான் நல்லா போய் சொல்லுவேன். சொல்லவா சொல்லுங்க. நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் வந்தேன்னா நீங்க எடுத்துட்டு வாங்க சாப்பிட்றேன்.
And the other part of it, I feel like that is changing, that trend is changing. I feel like there are meatier roles being written for women. There are women-centric movies itself being made. It's only a matter of time till it becomes a norm and that we can expect almost equal number of movies being made in that trend. So yeah, I think I'm in the right time in the industry.
First up, Vijay Sethupathi sir, we all love you. அப்புறம் அதுக்கான ஒரு ஃபாலோஅப் கொஸ்டின் அவர் கேட்டார் நீங்கள் ஏதாச்சும் ஹோம்ஒர்க் பண்ணீங்களான்னு. ஸோ நீங்கள் வந்து அந்த ரோலை செய்யறதுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மரோட கதைச்சு அவங்களோட ஜேர்னியை பற்றி கழிச்சு அப்படி ஏதாச்சும் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் எடுத்தீங்களா அந்த ரோல்?
Okay. No, actually no. I try to sense women women. நான் ஃபீல் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணேன் எனக்குள்ள இருக்கிற பெண்மை நான் எப்படி தொடர்றேன். ஏன்னா அதுதான் பெஸ்ட். அது எல்லாருக்குள்ளேயும் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இப்போ எல்லாருமே சின்ன வயசுல வந்து பெண்களை தெரியாத ஆள் இல்லை. அம்மா மூலமா தங்கச்சி மூலமா மனைவி, எனக்கு அம்மா இருக்காங்க, தங்கச்சி இருக்காங்க, மனைவி இருக்கு, எனக்கு பெண் குழந்தை இருக்கு. ஸோ அதனால தெரிஞ்சவங்க தான் நான் எனக்குள்ள உணர ட்ரை பண்ணேன். ஐ ட்ரை டு ஃபைண்ட் மை செல்ஃப். அதுதான் பார்த்தேன். அப்படி டச் பண்ணதால தான் வந்தது நான் நினைக்கிறேன். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச வரைக்கும்.
விஜய், I love you. நம்ம ஒரு ஹீரோக்காக ஹேட்ஸ் ஆஃப்.
சாரி,
நம்ம ஒரு ஹீரோக்காக ஹேட்ஸ் ஆஃப்.
தேங்க் யூ ஸோ மச். தேங்க் யூ.
காயத்ரி மேம், நீங்க வந்துட்டு when you acted in the movie, don't you feel in any moment that why is this fellow my husband like this? அவர் சொன்னாரு வைஃப் வந்துட்டு she is very powerful, right? And ஒரு வைஃபுக்கு வந்துட்டு to see her husband is very bad in that situation. Don't you ever feel angry? You want to hit him? என் வைஃப் தான் கண்டிப்பா அடிச்சிருப்பா. அதுதான் டைரக்டர்கிட்ட நான் கேட்கணும்னு வச்சிருக்கேன். இன்னொரு ஒரே ஒரு கேள்வி டைரக்டர் சாருக்கு. சார், எனக்கு 2 பசங்க, அவங்கள வச்சு போட்டோ எடுக்கிறதுக்குள்ள போதும் ஆயிடும். இத்தனை வார்னிங்ல வச்சு எப்படி சார் எடுத்தீங்க?
அது இல்லைன்னா சம்பளம் கொடுக்குறாங்க.
I don't think நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்வி படத்துலயே இருக்கு. ஜோதி tells him, I don't know what was harder, that dialogue. So I feel that's how Jyoti is made. She lives in this family. It could be social taboo. She doesn't have someone that she can express to. So Jyoti is very, I feel, non-expressive or very restrained. So you don't hear her expressing. Maybe she felt all this inside, but for her, finally it just boils down to what Rasukuti wants, because that's how she spent the last 7.5 years of her life. So I think that's all she cares about, and that's all she wanted to say or express.
ஸோ நான் இங்கே மெல்பர்னுக்கு 1.5 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி வந்தேன். வரக்கு முன்னாடி ஃப்ளைட் ஏறுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஈவினிங் செக்இன் பண்ணோம். ஏறுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி உங்கள் படம் பார்த்தேன், உங்களுதும் காயத்ரி இதுவும். படம் தலையில பேர் இருக்கு ஆனா வாயில வார்த்தை வர மாட்டேங்குது. நல்ல நாள் பார்த்து சொல்றேன்.
ஒரு நல்ல நாள் பார்த்து
ஒரு நல்ல நாள் பார்த்து சொல்றேன். அதை போய் பார்த்தோம். ஆனா ஒன்றும் இல்லை, நீங்க இன்னும் நிறைய பண்ணுங்க. எனக்கு கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாம் எதுவும் இல்லை. எங்க குடும்பமே இங்க இருக்க எல்லாரும் கேட்குற இதே இதுதான். ஸோ எக்காரணத்து கொண்டும் எதுனாலுமே சரி, இந்த நாங்க எல்லாரும் உங்களை பார்த்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நெகிழ்றோம். அது எப்படின்னு தெரியல, அவங்களை பார்த்து அது ஒரு சந்தோஷம். எங்க வீட்டில் இருக்கவங்க ஒருத்தங்களுக்கு ஒரு நல்லா இருக்காங்கன்னு பார்க்குறப்போ உள்ளேருந்து ஒரு சந்தோஷம் வரும்ல, அந்த சந்தோஷம் எங்க எல்லாருக்குமே இருக்கு. அதான் நான் ஒரே நிமிஷம் இங்க வந்த இந்த நிமிஷத்துல இருந்து எங்க வீட்டுல எல்லாரும் பார்த்துட்டா இருந்தாங்க நீங்க வரீங்க அப்படின்றது. எங்க எல்லாருக்கும் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். நிறைய நல்ல படம் பண்ணுங்க. ஒரு சில நல்ல விஷயங்கள் உங்க மூலியமா எவ்வளவு சொல்ல முடியுமோ அவ்வளவு சொல்லுங்க. நாங்க எல்லாரும் கேட்போம், நீங்க சொன்னா கேட்போம். ஆனா
எவ்வளவு பெரிய ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி தெரியுமா? தேங்க்ஸ்.
ஆனா எப்படி எல்லாரையும் கட்டி பிடிக்க விடுறீங்க? தொட்டு பார்க்கலாமா?
முடிச்சுட்டு போகும்போது நம்ம எல்லாரும்
கண்டிப்பா சொல்லுங்க.
Firstly, I want to congratulate you guys for such a beautiful film. There was so many layers in it, and like the social commentary that you had to make. My question is to the director, Mr. Kumar Raja. How long did it take you to write the script, and what are you working on next?
I'll answer the second question first. I don't know what I'm working on.
Can't take another 8 years.
You know. So that's the thing. Second thing is, really can't say how long it took to write, because I had the idea. I had all the tracks in my mind. I gave it to other writers. They wrote their versions. And I wrote one version, then I rewrote all the other stories. So I don't know, it took about 6 to 8 months, and I kind of also rewrote while we were shooting, like rewrote a couple of scenes. Generally, I don't like to do that, but this film kind of, it happened that way. So.
Follow-up question. Yeah. Hypothetically, if someone wanted to come and work for you.
That was clever with you. So I myself don't work, so. Okay, come on.
Despite being a solid Hindi speaker and not understanding any Tamil, I enjoyed your film with English subtitles. And I've also decided to learn Tamil now. And lastly, this is as a critic, my opinion, the film a bit too long, for the international market. So if we have a bit more sleek editing, much better box office. Thank you.
Sure. But I'd like to answer that, not to, yeah, exactly. But because I'm answering this because I've been hearing this very often. There is no particular length to a film. The film is as long as it requires. So it's like saying a man should only be, or a person should only be like 6 feet tall, or like 5 feet. You can't have a standard like that. Yeah. I mean that's how I approach films.
Good job on an amazing film. Gayatri ma'am, you acted with such grace. Vijay sir, really sir, I can't even talk right now. I'm like having trouble
But we need to hurry.
Okay. So you weren't just put into the industry. You didn't know anyone from the industry. Industry, so you would have had like a lot of hardship. You had to work your way up there. So what tips do you have for people who want to actually work their way up there from nothing? Any tips, Siddhika?
First of all, why do we need somebody to achieve our passion or it's a gut feel or knowledge we should have, that we should take a decision and we should move forward. We don't need anybody's help. If we start depending on somebody, whether a father or a friend or somebody, anybody else, then we should keep on depending on somebody in our life. So we should take our decisions and we should move forward. And then whatever you do, go behind the knowledge, and everything comes behind the knowledge. So don't go behind the money or the fame or anything else. Just gain your knowledge, go behind the knowledge, wherever you may be, whatever profession it may be, but go behind the knowledge. That will take you wherever you want to go. More than, maybe it may take you more than you want it to be. I don't know. So it will take you anywhere. Even how Vijay Sethupathi came to Australia like this, maybe. I started my career as 250 rupees junior artist. Where will I be tomorrow? So I'm ready for that magical moments in my life. Could be anything. I don't care about it. I'm just enjoying them.
Hi Anna.
Hi,
First,
Ma.
I really love you and உங்களோட walk வந்து செம மாசு. And I want to ask 2 questions. One is I want to know your experience with Rajni sir. And second one is, will you take pictures with all of us?
Yes, at the end, like everybody else did, I can't send him at the back, and we can't bring you in the front, but yes, we will take the pictures. The big selfie, yes.
Yeah.
But so will answer.
Working with Rajni sir is a great learning. Great experience, great learning. I learned so much from her. I love you, one more special.